book together. I'm around a bunch of men that are doing amazing things in their life. Basically, you're writing chapters. Chapters get good, they get better, some get worse. It's your job to complete that book to the best of your ability. My question today is, are you focused on the ending of your book? And if so, how great do you want to make it?
Wow! It looks like Dame Dash is back at it again, and this time, he's throwing some serious shade at Kevin Hart for allegedly turning his back on him and selling out for Jay-Z. Now, we all know Dame and Jay used to be tight during the Roc-A-Fella Records era before things went south. And since then, Dame hasn't held back when it comes to calling out folks he feels betrayed him. But what's really making waves now is Dame's claim that Kevin Hart, yes, comedy superstar Kevin Hart, was one of those people. According to Dame, he gave Kevin his big break in Hollywood, only for Kevin to switch up on him the moment Jay-Z entered the picture.
We kept up with each other, and I went to go see him. At the time, he was with Tori. He still had his family with him. And then the next time, it was the Garden, and I didn't get the call. It was like all of a sudden, the minute he got to a certain level.
The real question is, did Kevin actually betray Dame, or is Dame still holding on to old grudges? Well, let's get into it, because this drama is juicy. Let's keep it real. 2023 was not a great year for Kevin Hart.
Kev, you know, I'm here playing injured like Kevin Durant right now for the people, for the healthcare workers. You know,
I love
and
it.
yeah.
I get it. You got it.
You
It's
look
time.
beautiful. It was a great move.
You know, I
Great
throw that
move.
product in there.
Things got real. You know,
Brother, I gotta tell you something, man. I love your energy, and I love that when people need you, you stand up. You stand up and you show out. I'm not only a fan, I'm a friend, but I'm your brother, and I follow your lead, man. You do amazing things, and right now...
Between Cat Williams calling him an industry plant, rumors about him cheating on his wife, a mysterious extortion case, and those shady Diddy videos surfacing, Kevin has been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. But one thing people couldn't help but notice, Kevin stayed dead silent on all the Diddy allegations, despite the fact that he used to idolize the man. Now, Kevin Hart hasn't just been quiet about Diddy.
I love the story of you jumping on the jet and not chipping in.
Oh, when I made him pay for the jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made him pay for the jet.
Yeah. I was going to fly on a plane myself.
What'd you
And
say?
I called him. He's like, "Yo, you going to the game?" I said, "Yeah." "You going?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What time you going?" He said, 12. I said, "I was going to 2. I'm just going to fly with you." He's like, "Yeah, all right, cool." All right, but I'm not paying. He's like, "I didn't ask you to. I'm just making it clear, I'm not." We just went. A great guy. That's my brother and mentor. Oh.
Okay, here.
He also hasn't said a word about the accusations surrounding Jay-Z, including the lawsuit from Jane Doe, which accuses Jay of some very questionable behavior. And here's where Dame Dash comes in. Dame has always been open about how Jay-Z operates behind the scenes.
This is what I want. Anyone that interviews Kev, and he'll say it, Dame put me in my first movie. Why you won't post it? You gotta ask those people.
Do you believe that after that movie, that's what, like, Williams calling him a plant? How realistic is it?
I don't know. I mean, he would do things like, for example, they had asked me to produce Soul Plane, and I got offended. Because I didn't like white people making money off making fun of us. So I was like, yo, you need to watch it.
No offense, like Kev, like I've seen plenty of stuff that I with Soul Plane, I could never feel comfortable sitting in a movie theater watching people laugh at
us. Yeah.
Us. Like,
so it's not us doing it. So he came through like, I'm doing Soul Plane. I'm like, you are? I just walked away from that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never.
And now he's hinting that Kevin might have turned his back on him to align with Jay. According to Dame, he gave Kevin Hart his first movie role in 2002's Paper Soldiers, which was also Dame's directorial debut. But after Kevin started getting real Hollywood success, Dame claims that Kevin completely stopped acknowledging him.
No, I discovered Kev Hart. I also had him in Death of a Dynasty, his second movie.
Yeah, you did have him in there. Yeah, I remember him being in that.
And you know what's funny? He plays Puff. Go to American New and go on Death of a Dynasty and check it out. He plays Puff. He plays a couple of characters, but Puff is one of the characters he plays.
So what made you put him in the movie? You seen the potential?
Yeah. It's like saying, why did I, sign Jay-Z? Because he was funny. And I was developing Roc-A-Fella Films. So, he was like, to me, it was like getting artists to be with the company. But yeah, I thought he was funny.
you know, he has that like, you know, I knew that like, that he was safe, that white people were with him and he didn't mind being teased, you know?
In an interview on The Art of Dialogue, Dame straight up called Kevin out for never supporting him publicly, despite the fact that he was the one who gave Kevin his first major acting gig. Dame also hinted that Kevin might have gone through some kind of humiliating rituals to boost his career. He pointed to a moment where Kevin paid for a billboard to promote his 2015 movie, Get Hard. What stood out to Dame was the image on the billboard where Kevin was shown braiding co-star Will Ferrell's hair. He also mentioned how he personally struggled to get funding for his own projects because he refused to take devil's money. Dame suggested that Kevin might have traded his ex-wife, Torre Hart, for his current wife, Eniku, as part of some kind of Hollywood deal. Now, if you know anything about Hollywood, you know that power moves like this aren't unheard of. So Dame said he used to be cool with Kevin back when he was still with Torre, but that the moment Kevin really made it big, things changed. He then went on to say that Kevin suddenly had new friends, and it all started making sense once he realized how loyal certain people in Hollywood are to each other. Now, speaking of Hollywood elites, let's talk about Kevin's super awkward run-in with the paparazzi. A few weeks ago, someone caught Kevin on camera and straight up asked him about Diddy's wild parties. And let me tell you, Kevin's body language said everything he didn't want to say out loud. Kevin looked so uncomfortable, and fans immediately took this as a sign that he knows something and doesn't want to talk about it. To make things even crazier, the New York Post recently reported that an A-list male celebrity was secretly recorded at one of Diddy's parties, and now that footage is being shopped around to media outlets. A lawyer representing one of Diddy's accusers even confirmed that 2 major networks are fighting to get the footage, and that the celebrity in question is freaking out trying to stop it from leaking. And guess whose name keeps coming up as a possible suspect? Yep, Kevin Hart. This is where fans are starting to connect all the dots. Remember when Cat Williams exposed Kevin Hart on Club Shay Shay and called him an industry plant? He said that Kevin's entire career was handed to him, and that he was chosen because he was willing to play the game in a way that Cat refused to. And now, with Dame Dash also hinting that Kevin turned on him once he got in with the Hollywood elite, fans are wondering if there's truth to these accusations. One fan tweeted, "Kevin had to change his whole image to fit into Hollyweird. Dame Dash never bites his tongue, and now we know why they don't want him in certain circles." Another added, "Kevin Hart has been acting real different lately. The way he shut down Kelly Clarkson when she mentioned million-dollar offers to do things she didn't want to do, very suspect." For those who missed it, Kelly Clarkson was talking about how she had been offered millions of dollars to do things she wasn't comfortable with. The moment she started to say too much, Kevin shushed her immediately and changed the subject. Fans are now saying Kevin's reaction was way too defensive, and they think he knows exactly what she was talking about. So now the question is, did Kevin Hart turn his back on Dame Dash for Jay-Z and the Hollywood elite? And even bigger, is Kevin Hart in trouble with all these Diddy rumors floating around? Because let's be real, if that alleged A-list tape leaks, Kevin might be in for a world of trouble. So what do y'all think? Is Kevin Hart hiding something? Did he really betray Dame Dash for fame? And do you think he's nervous about this rumored Diddy footage? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out this next video because this drama is far from over.